Background is really doing it.
Oh, wait,
Clutch moments, not
do
things.
do we want this in frame at all?
I don't know. It'll sit there for now.
It's so creepy.
We'll start it there, and then we can move it once. All right.
Okay. Let's just rip it. Wait, this is correct.
Yeah,
right?
that is she.
Yo ho, a pirate's life for me?
I don't think I could do it. I'd get seasick.
Scurvy.
I'd just be pukey.
Scurvy. I'm so vitamin deficient.
I need my vitamin C pills. Or vitamin D. All of it, really. Right. My vitamin B complex. I couldn't tell you how many vitamins I take. Like, it's like a fucked up amount.
As a pirate, you would never last.
Nothing.
You'd never last.
Absolutely not.
This is The Swamp.
By the way.
This is The Swamp. This is our podcast where we talk about movies. And The Swamp is an acronym.
Stands for some whack-ass movie podcasting.
And we film now. Or we try to. And we're together. Again, 2 weeks in a row. Who would believe it? Not me.
No.
This is just the next day.
Yeah, this is maybe a 12-hour difference for us.
So
we're taking a little bit of the magic
movie
away.
Magic.
We're not in your phone doing this live,
Podcast
actually.
magic. If you want to pretend that I'm a little person who lives inside the center console of your car and rides with you to work, I would love that for me.
Just talk to me. You can just chat with me.
But yeah, this is our podcast, and we're doing Pride Month, and the theme is, so last Pride Month, we don't want to just do, like, gay, you know?
Yeah.
It's Pride Month, but we're not like, hey, gay movies for our gay audience, you know? That's just not it. So last month, we did do all women-loving women films, specifically, and we wanted to get a little bit more granular with it this time
I want
around.
you to get to know me, what it is. Or us.
This is
for me. This is for me and for a lot of young queer women, I believe, in our age range.
And so it's sexual awakening movies.
Yes.
Or queer sexual awakening movies. And by God, if Kiera Knightly doesn't really do it for a lot of us. Some way or another, you know?
Yeah.
What period piece? Just pick your poison. Pick your period piece. Pick your gay period piece.
Yeah. It's one of those things, like, I would have said that we do the third movie when she's, like, Butch Kiera Knightly. Butch Elizabeth Swan, like, commanding a pirate ship, and I, like, want her, like, screaming in my face.
But we can't just jump into...
Exactly.
Can't jump into a franchise midway.
No, not at all.
For me, it's the octopus tentacle guy from movie 2.
That was your sexual awakening?
Yep.
We're actually just doing the second one next week. Covering all of our bases.
I'm just kidding.
But at the top of this episode, we do just want to say that we are withholding, abstaining, not here to talk about any of the Johnny Depp Amber Heard controversy that is going on. I simply refuse to partake in it, and I think that this podcast doesn't need to be a political space.
No, or just the conversations that are happening about it, I think, are really gross, and just not all the social media, like, memes, content, buzz about it. That's not good information. That's not where you should be getting your information, and frankly, the way that people are talking about it, I don't care for it. I don't have an opinion on it. I don't follow it. When it comes up on my timeline, I actively ignore it because I just don't think that that's the space to be having that kind of conversation. And this podcast isn't a place where we're going to have that conversation. So if you want to engage with that content somewhere else, you can. We're talking about a movie that has Johnny Depp in it. Don't think we're going to talk about it, because we're not.
Yeah. I'm just here to talk about how they put a lot of hot actors in this.
Yeah.
And that's it. And how 11-year-old me said, wow, that's a really pretty necklace she's wearing right between her boobs.
This is a really good, like, sexual awakening movie, because the amount of, like, chest clutching there is, like the medallion is really a gateway point, like an entry point for a lot of, like, up-close titty shots.
Literally.
She's, like, in a corset and they're pushed up to her neck and they're like, we're gonna just really pan across the medallion. It's about the medallion.
It's like the longest chain they could have absolutely put it on.
sitting just right in
between
there.
it.
Oh.
Yeah. Her nipples are like waving to me.
In a wet nightgown. She's just like in a wet nightgown. Her hair bone dry. Her makeup impeccable. Her wet nightgown just clinging to her body.
But anyways, if you haven't seen this movie, I don't know where you've been. I mean, maybe you're 16, 14, 16. I don't know what the kids watch these days. Do you still watch Pirates of the Caribbean?
Do the kids like the pirate movies these days?
Because I remember, we grew up on this franchise, essentially. Yeah. That's why. Anyone that's watching this, I'm at my parents' house at the moment, and so that's why we're together. We came from the same town.
That's how we know each other.
That's how we know each other.
High school. Middle school.
But yeah, no.
Definitely grew up with this. This first one came out in 2003, and you made a comment about how, like, it's weird that it feels like you can remember this first movie being, like, such a part of your life, but, like, we were 5.
I was 4 or 5. Yeah.
So it's like, I didn't have any in-theater experiences with this franchise. This is very much
it felt like I did, though. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't have that experience, but it almost felt like I still did.
It was very much like in my cousin's basement experience. Like, I remember this first movie very specifically, like, being on a janky old, like, laptop or something that we all crowded around in a basement while, like, our parents were upstairs or something. Yeah. It was very that for me. And I think I've only seen the first 3.
That's all you need to see.
The
other ones are bad.
I never felt the need to engage with it. And I don't think I've watched this movie in 10 years.
I watched this over the summer, because I watched all of it over the summer. We were, like, on vacation, and my sister decided that this was going to be her hyperfixation for the week. It's Pirates of the Caribbean. Because these are good movies.
And you watched all of them?
How many
are there? 6?
5.
5?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot.
And Kiera Knightly and Orlando Bloom drop off after the 3rd one, so it doesn't really do anything for me after that. I'm just here for the sex appeal.
I know that the same director did the first 3, but not any of them after.
Which makes sense, yeah, because the other ones are bad. Yeah, they've got, like, Javier Bardem in, like, the last one, though. It's really weird.
I did not know that.
Yeah, no.
Oh, but we were digging around about budget, and it's crazy because I uncovered that the 4th installation in this series is the highest budgeted movie ever made.
That's insane.
And adjusted for inflation as well. Which, I mean, it is either way. It is flat out and it is
I think it flopped.
Yeah, I simply do not recall.
Raise your hand if you've seen all of the Pirates of the Caribbean. I feel like I'm in the minority here. Yeah. So, I don't know. But yeah, this movie made a fucking killing at the box office. They didn't expect it to be as successful as it was, because it was genuinely based off of a Disney park ride.
Which I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No. I thought that the ride came after, which is the logical way it would go.
You would think. But no, it's like when they do, like, they make a movie musical, and then they, like, do the musical afterwards. Like Moulin Rouge or something like that. Yeah, no, they fully said, this Disney ride, this classic Disney ride, you know what, let's just spend a cute $250 million on a movie for it. We'll give it a go.
It was $140 million was the budget, and then you said it made, like, $650 in the box office, so it totally killed, but I was researching. I guess they had made a movie about the Haunted Mansion ride.
Oh yeah,
like
did you see that? It's like
no.
That was like Eddie Murphy. I remember watching that as a child. That was like on the Disney Channel a lot. And
yeah, that one, it feels very like Disney Channel original straight to TV kind of movie. So they're like, well, we'll do one about the pirate one too, right? Which is like literally one of the top grossing like action franchises of all time, or just movie franchises.
It's probably one of my favorite franchises, honestly. Or I definitely was as a kid, and I think they're good movies. They're entertaining. Obviously, like, this first one isn't that great, but, like, the second 2, I think are really good movies.
I think this is good. I just don't think... They just don't make, like, high-budget, sexy, and fun romps anymore. No. All the high-budget franchise movies...
It's just Marvel.
It's just, like, Marvel, and it's just, like... It's just not sexy and fun like it used to be. Where are the sexy, fun pirate movies?
Nowhere to be found. Yeah. No, they genuinely just took... They went and they said, who are the 2 sexiest actors we can find? And we're putting them in our movie. If they can act, that's like a bonus. They said, alright, I got just the person. Orlando Bloom and Kiera Knightley.
They're like, what's the hottest think a person can be a pirate. Who are the hottest people we know to play these pirates?
Yeah. Listen, it worked. They got me.
They got
$650
$650 million.
$650 million. And a legion of young queer women.
Right.
I was gonna say, because I'm not gonna lie, this is like my second pick for like gay awakening movies.
Mm-hmm.
I would have chosen Star Wars, but we've already done Star Wars.
Padme.
Yeah.
Kiera Knightly's in those too.
Yeah, exactly.
She plays knockoff Padme.
Knockoff Padme.
You have a type, don't you?
I do have a type. Yeah.
But I guess, do we want to do a recap? Like, if you haven't seen, it's just like a fun, silly pirate romp of a movie.
Yeah.
But the whole...
we gotta surface level it, because this movie's a lot. It's a 2.5-hour movie.
So long.
It fully doesn't have to be.
We were sitting here, we were like, I would cut the last 20 minutes. We were
like in the editing room.
Yeah, this could be a tight 90. Oh, it could be a tight 90. If anyone wants to hire me, maybe not the mouse, but if any big production company would like to hire me to do an alternative project where I turn every movie that's ever come out of your studio into 90 minutes. 90 minutes. And you can put them all on a streaming platform and call it Dara's 90-minute version. For when you want to watch a movie.
It's like the new Taylor Swift albums. Taylor's version.
Dara's version. It's 90 minutes. Every movie. The Godfather, I could make it 90 minutes.
Easy.
Any movie that's longer
Gone
than
with the Wind?
90 minutes. I could do it. I could. It would be great, because some people just don't want to watch a whole movie.
I don't have the attention span.
Lord of the Rings, I could make it 90 minutes.
You make the entire series 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Not just one. That's your big, like, Mount Everest.
Yeah, my magnum opus. Is the entire... The Hobbit ones, too. The whole franchise, I'll do in 90 minutes. We're gonna have to cut a lot. But yeah, this movie, I'm like, there's no reason. The whole escapade of them be marooned on the island, why was that there? Other than for them to be, like, drunk and sexy and fun together.
Well, yeah, here's the thing, is, like, watching this movie... I was like, okay, yeah, obviously, like, Kiera Knightly did it for me as a 10-year-old. But, like, when that scene came up, I was like, oh, it was this scene.
Yeah.
It was this scene, because I also wanted to be drunk and dancing next to a fire.
On a beach
with Kiera Knightly.
In her wet nightgown.
What a life.
Oh, you said... Why can't that be me? That should be me.
That should be me.
Yeah, but I guess a recap...
But, like, totally didn't need to be there.
Yeah, a lot of it didn't need to be there. But, so, plot recap, I guess. I haven't seen this movie in, like, a really fucking long time. And the two things, as a child, that really stuck with me. If you ask me, what are the Pirates of the Caribbean movies about? I would say, she faints from the corset.
Yep.
And they go in the boat under the water, and it makes the air bubble so they have air.
Yeah.
And those were the two things that, like, as a child really stuck with me. They're so insignificant. I wouldn't have said anything about any of the big fights, none of the romance.
Mm-mm. Skeleton men.
Nope. Yeah, no, I would not have recalled that the curse, the fainting from the corset, that really stuck with me.
Definitely, no, I totally hear you about the air bubble thing. This is a call out to anyone that's smart enough to explain it to me, because we're dumb. Like, I know how
it couldn't work. It could never work.
Like, I get it. I quote, get it, but I don't, like, quite get it. Like, I want you to, like, in depth, like, tell me how that works.
I just don't think that they would have the strength to walk on the ground, because they don't have no traction. They would just float to the...
Well, it's tough, because there's so much pressure in the ocean, too,
but
so it's
you
pushing
can't walk on the ground of the ocean. You can't walk on the bottom of a pool without, like, weights.
Yeah, you do need weights. Yeah.
How does it work? How does it work?
That wood is trying to float up.
And your body is also trying to... Anyways.
I need a smart person.
Well, the smart person would say it could never happen. But if it could, let me know.
Someone, please. But anyways.
So, opening shot. A young girl stands at the bow of a ship singing a forlorn pirate song. And they say to her... This is bad luck, and you best not be singing those pirate songs. And she's like, okay. And then, I guess, and then immediately they, like, pass a boat that's on fire.
Yeah.
So, it checked out. But how did they not notice that there was a burning ship, like, for any sooner than when it was, like, almost coming into contact. It just...
It's like the Titanic.
Right, yeah.
So you didn't see the iceberg. You didn't see the flames and the smoke from a mile away.
And the drifting child. And so there's a child, and they scoop up the child. And,
it's Will Turner.
And Kiera Knightly says, "What's your name?" And he says, "William Turner." And then he immediately conks out, and she says, "I'm stealing your necklace."
Well, that's a cute little pirate medallion you have.
I'm gonna snatch that up. And then we fast forward to her in her bed in a nightgown, as a much older woman. Not much older.
She's like 18.
Yeah. And basically she's like some sort of like high up royal...
She's the governor's daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in the Caribbean, by the way. That's one thing I do forget about this is that, like, when
it's in the Caribbean.
It does take place
the pirates
in the Caribbean.
are in the Caribbean. Mm-hmm. It is the title of the film. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They're on some island in the Caribbean.
Probably doing some like imperialist colonial shit.
Exactly.
It's like 1740, I'm gonna say.
That's a good guess.
1740?
Yeah.
That feels right. They're like definitely doing some like white European colonial nonsense. Yeah. And yeah, she's the governor's daughter, and they put her in her corset. It's too tight. She falls.
Tumbles down like at least like a 50 to 100 foot drop.
No way she does not die on impact.
Scrambled
also,
eggs for brains.
That water is the edge. It's the coast. It's gotta be 6 inches. I mean, she falls deep into it. Mm-hmm. There's rocks. She would have died. And
this movie would have been a tight 15 minutes.
And she falls, and everyone's like, "Oh no, she fell!" And Jack Sparrow, who's our little pirate, he says, "I'm gonna take a dive over. I'm gonna save her."
Which, mind you, they weirdly made him like an incredible diver.
In the
script. They said he has the form of an Olympian.
They said, the script says, Jack Sparrow dives with impeccable form. Every time this man has to jump from some surface into the ocean, it is...
straight as a needle. Head down.
Michael Phelps.
Yeah.
Michael, he doesn't do diving, right?
No. Tom Daly, yeah.
Diving. Mm-hmm. Sports. The Olympics.
There's a reason we host a movie podcast and not a sports podcast.
An Olympic diving podcast.
Anyways.
And then also William Turner, he's just been fucking around.
He's like simping for Elizabeth for the last...
ever.
8 years.
And he's a blacksmith. He makes the swords and he practices with the swords. I don't know where did he get this fellowship that he gets to take his time in the out of his blacksmithery to practice? That's like, if you're, I don't know, if you're a chef, you don't get to eat the food. Well,
you do.
You do. as a bad.
Yeah. But basically, like...
And then the three of them are our trio of people. And then what had happened is that he's going to kidnap, Jack Sparrow's going to kidnap Elizabeth Swann so that he can get away, he can escape. But then he pushes her and he escapes. But then the other pirates, they get her. And then she says, Parlay, I want to speak to the captain. And they say, okay, pirate law. There's fine. Pirate law. And you seem to have a very foundational understanding of pirate law.
She read Pirate Law 101. Right? She took the class.
At the community college, at the liberal arts college, for just like a gen ed requirement. Like, it's like the kids who aren't really going to go into law, but they need something to fulfill like some sort of requirement. So like a fun professor teaches pirate law.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, like, you pay $65,000 a year to, like, take a pirate law class.
The precursor to this is rape, pillage, and morals.
But she passed with flying colors, and she knows parlay.
She's got a 4.0 grade point average.
Yeah, and so they want her because she's got the medallion, which is a part of the curse. And they say, "What's your name?" And she says, "Turner," because she's secretly fantasizing about marrying Orlando Bloom, aren't we all? And she said, "Oh, my last name's Turner." And they say, "Oh, you're the bootstrap
Bills kid."
Bootstrap Bill. They don't say the star, but they're like, "Okay, well, you're gonna stay on the ship because that's not a part of the deal. So you'll be our hostage, and we have our medallion that we need now to break the curse." And then when they try to break the curse, they need her blood, and then turns out she's not actually Bootstrap Bill's kid. It's Will Turner who is. And Jack Sparrow's been doing a little drama and conflama. He and Will Turner pair up because he's like, I want to get to the other pirates, and Will Turner's like, I want to get to my girl. And so they get on a boat, and then they cross paths many a time. Jack Sparrow is trying to leverage that he knows that Will Turner is Bootstrap Bill's kid, so it's his blood that they need, and he's gonna try to like do a little exchange, a whole thing. The way that this curse works, so is really not super clear. Because the conditions of it are that they stole a treasure, and until every coin of the treasure is returned to its origin spot, the pirates who stole the treasure will turn into skeletons in the moonlight. And they are invincible and they cannot die. But it's a curse also because, what did he say? He's like,
I can't feel anything, I can't taste anything,
yeah,
I can't, like...
get no bitches.
No, zero pussy. This is what zero pussy does to a motherfucker.
And so they have to get, this is the last coin to return, but they have to return the coin, but it also has to be covered in Bootstrap Bill's son's blood for some...
I think it's like a pirate's blood or something like that. I don't know. Anyways...
And
someone's blood. And
so then the two pirate ships fight, a long fight scene, and then they get marooned, and they drink the rum, and they get marooned, and also now the British,
the British are involved.
The British, like, Navy is coming to save Elizabeth Swann all the time, because she's, like, quasi-engaged to the general.
Yeah. The Commodore.
And then eventually it all comes down to this big fight at the end, and Jack Sparrow, he takes a coin and he cuts his hand. He says, now I'm an invincible skeleton. Which is, this was the moment where we had to Google to clarify.
Has he always been a skeleton?
Because have we never seen him in the moonlight yet? But it turns out that was a thing you can skeletify yourself at any given moment by touching these coins with your blood.
I'd be skeletoning myself. Like, it doesn't seem like that awful.
But you can't taste food.
That does suck.
And you can't feel your body or your bones.
Yeah, no.
I don't like that.
Nah, it's not ideal.
Even the monkey is cursed. The monkey turns into he participated in the stealing of the treasure, I guess. Because the little outfits they put on the monkey, camp. The most camp thing you can do is have a little animal with a matching outfit as you. Pirates are all about the drama and the conflama.
Exactly.
And the fashion. And, like, making an entrance. And having a little monkey in a matching pirate outfit as you. That's the dream.
Oh my god.
I mean, I don't know how ethical that is. Slay, pussy queen girl boss. Get that monkey a little
tiny hat. Put it in a little pirate hat. Get that monkey its own tiny monkey.
An even smaller monkey for the monkey.
Like super meta with it.
Oh my god. But then William Turner says, I'm going to put an end to this. And he puts the coin in his blood and he ends the curse. And then they're going to hang Jack Sparrow. And he now is dressed like one of the Three Musketeers for some reason. And he saves Jack Sparrow and he says, I've never stopped loving you since the day we met, Elizabeth. And she's like, huh? She's like, okay, I guess. And then she runs and they kiss. And then her to-be husband is like, this is the thing? And she's like, yep. And then...
You took it so gracefully.
In 1740, there would have been a lot more to do about, like, a wealthy governor's daughter marrying a blacksmith pirate instead of the war general. Like, her dad just seemed to be kind of okay with it. He's like, is this where your heart is? And she's like, yes. And I'm like, dude, there's, like, a dowry situation, I'm pretty sure. There's, like, you gotta keep the royal blood flowing in a certain direction. You're getting pirate blood entangled with your royal blood. I just don't think as a political male in the 1700s, you would really let that slide.
No, probably not. But also, they're in the Caribbean. I feel like if you were in England, it would maybe be a little more like...
But you have a war general who wants to marry your daughter, and you're just gonna let that... I mean...
They made her a precocious little lady.
She loves to scream orders at the pirates. She wants to be a pirate girl boss so bad.
Yeah.
And then Jack Sparrow escapes and gets on his boat with jump scare Zoe Saldana. Is that how you say her last name? She's just in this movie. That was... What?
They said, get us another hot person.
Yeah. They said, who do we know in Hollywood who's so hot?
Super hot.
And they're like, yeah, call them up. We'll find a place. We'll find a place for them. The only people who aren't hot are the stinky, evil pirates who all have visible grime on their...
They did a really good job at making this movie, like, look super stinky. I was in there, the teeth, like, the Gibbs sleeping with the pigs. And I was like, I can smell this.
I can't...
I'm watching this in a 4D theater. Except I'm not.
And they release the bad smells. Is that a thing that they do to make, like, the 4D experience?
I don't know about the 4D thing. I know, like, I saw, like, someone, like, on TikTok was talking about seeing the new, Top Gun movie in, like, 4D, and they basically put you in, like, a fighter jet, is what it feels like in your seats. They're, like, throwing you around. Yeah, so I would assume that they release, like, some stink.
Smells? Wait, imagine just, like, a 4D movie experience, but it's only, like, bad smells, and, like, like, you go to see Dune, and they just start throwing sand on you, or just...
What would be the worst movie to see in 4D?
Like, The Green Mile? Like, Schindler's List? Like, I don't know, like just a really, like, long and sad movie.
I mean, I guess.
Projecting bad vibes.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. I was gonna say, like, you need something that's gonna be, like, stinky and all that stuff. Yeah, stinky and just awful.
And when people complain, be like, dude, you bought this $47 movie ticket to see this in 4D. What do you mean you don't want the smells?
I was gonna say, Shrek? They had that. That was, like, the whole ride at Universal and all that stuff. It's just, like, Shrek 4D.
Stinky smells. Fart smells.
that was so bad. There we go.
But
for all our listeners.
And then the movie ends. And then it's very much left open-ended because this is a franchise and we're going to make more pirate movies.
As many pirate movies as possible. There you go.
And that's Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah. I know you've all watched that. You've all watched it. This
is like, I think this is really associated with being like bisexual awakening because it's like, you have Orlando Bloom. You have Orlando Bloom and then you have Kiera Knightly, right? But then you also have Jack Sparrow, who's just kind of like, I'm not gonna say, like, you have your two male options, but Jack Sparrow's also just kind of that, like...
He's like a third,
an alternative choice.
Yeah.
Maybe he's a little more risky. Really, white people with dreads were having a moment in this film. A lot of white people with dreads, if that's your
king. Yeah.
But you have like kind of more clean cut Orlando Bloom, who's like the low pony, the little mustache.
It's manageable.
He's respectful, right? You have that option, and then you have white dreads, facial scabs, drunken attitude, and then you have just objectively the right choice, which is Kiera Knightly. But it's like, I want to be in that throuple, right?
Exactly.
I think as much tension as you get between Will and Elizabeth, you also get between, like, Will and Jack Sparrow.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the bromance tension.
But also, like, the tension between Will and Elizabeth.
Yes!
Which, it definitely, like, this movie sets it up really well for, like, the following couple of movies, because it's always there, and it definitely ramps up, especially in the second one, that one with, like, the Kraken or whatever. She, like, literally makes out with him and then, like, locks him to the boat, sort of thing. Yeah. It's crazy sexual tension between all three of them.
Yes, but so when you're like, oh, I wish I was Jack Sparrow dancing with her on the beach, there are moments in this movie where I want to be one of them in any given situation, right? Like, I'm like, ooh, ooh, this is nice.
I also want to be Kiera Knightly on the boat having that lovely feast with Barbossa.
Right?
It looks so good for a pirate ship.
Who catered?
What? There's not a kitchen on the boat.
There are most of them.
I guess so.
Pirates, they live at sea. Of course there's a kitchen on the boat.
Salted meats. Yeah. Those were cooked meats.
Yeah.
Fully cooked.
Who catered? Who takes the little dinghy boat out off to shore to bring back the catering?
Would they stop in Aruba? Like...
They also have, like, fresh fruits. They have, like, a beautiful bowl of fresh fruits.
And we're going to Punta Cana, actually.
Balboa grabs an apple and then keeps it in his hand for the duration of the whole film, only to let go the moment he gets shot. I'm like, were you just carrying around this green apple with you for the whole movie? Like they were doing a fight scene. When did he pick it up?
To be fair, I do the same thing with Granny Smith.
Just keep it on you.
Easy.
Just keep that thing on you.
Yeah, in my back pocket all day.
Maybe a Fuji.
Yeah, no.
Pink lady apples.
Yeah.
S tier apple.
My other pocket's just full of peanut butter.
You know that meme and it's like somebody's pocket that's full of spaghetti? I want, like, you have apple slices in one pocket, but then it's like, you're, like, jeans. Like, a jeans, skinny jeans pocket. You open it and it's just wet peanut butter. And you're like, yo ho, pirate's life for me. I gotta stay strapped.
It's a little oily, you gotta mix it.
But you never know when you're gonna need, blood sugar's low.
Exactly. I'm looking out for my diabetics. But not my peanut allergies. Sorry, guys.
This is an anti-peanut allergy podcast. Sorry, you're not welcome here. You're not welcome to my pocket peanut butter.
You can have an apple slice.
But there might have been a little cross-contamination.
Yeah, I was gonna say, take your chances. Don't hold me accountable.
I love pirate slang. Cause I love when they call each other.
It's like swag.
The
word swag was in this movie. Not even like swagger. It was like swag.
But they like, what do they call a strumpet?
Yeah,
a scallywag? A buccaneer? I love those words. And then I love how everyone has those nicknames. Like, his name was William Turner, and they called him Bootstrap Bill.
I want a cool nickname like that. People just call me by my last name instead. Can you just give me like some cool ass nickname?
Like Emily the Scoundrel Kevra. Or like, mine would be like Ugly Mug, Scabby Ass, Knock-Knee Motherfucker. Like, I feel like some of them are kind of mean too. They're like, yeah, that's Stinky Bill over there. Like, they're like,
that's Grimy Greg.
That's Scabby Knock-Knee's Bill. Like, he's just like, yup. Yo ho.
Fuck.
But
I was gonna say, I don't know any of the other pirates' names.
Scabby Knock-Knee Bill. That's Stinky Greg. But I love pirate fashion. So not only calling me a scallywag or a buccaneer, that's how we're gonna get the ball rolling, but to really pick up speed, I think the sexiest thing any person, regardless of gender, can do is wear a billowy white shirt, unbuttoned mostly, with like some long necklaces, maybe a vest.
See, that's what I'm going to see.
Dirty boots.
I'm just going to see Florence and the Machine when she tours, so that's exactly the outfit I'm gonna wear. That's where you can find those being worn now. The pirate bitches.
Pirate bitches.
Yeah.
Anyone, if you need a first date outfit, or like you're going
pirate,
dress like a pirate, as close as you can
Fleetwood Mac concert, pirate.
As close as you can get to looking pirate. Right? But just like a little vest, and like maybe like the vest is buttoned up, but the shirt is open.
Yeah, like the deep V, the big, you have the giant pendant that Kiera Knightly wore.
Why are you, as a man, using any buttons on your shirt?
Rip them off. You don't need them.
I'm not afforded the luxury of letting it all hang out.
I still do.
I wish I could. But why are you, as a man, ever having your shirt buttoned? I want to see those titties.
Yeah.
I want to see nip.
Please.
From everyone.
Exactly. If I can't do it, someone has to.
But some long necklaces of
Exactly.
varying lengths. So put a few on. They don't really even have to match.
Yeah.
Mix your silvers and your golds. Like,
yeah. One of them like sits on your belly button.
Oh, yes. Talking about pirates. Oh, dress like everyone. And it won't look costumey if you have the attitude.
You need the attitude of a pirate as well.
Yes, because then people will just say that's a hot person. They won't think, why is this
Why
pirate at the Olive Garden? No, they're going to say that's the sexiest person in the Olive Garden.
Yeah. Thigh-high boots with it too. Like, come on.
You don't have to do the hat.
No hat.
Forgo the hat. But
necessary.
maybe make your hair a little scraggly.
Yeah.
A little disheveled.
Yeah.
Look a little disheveled.
Yeah.
The closest you look like to a disheveled pirate, the more I want to have sex with you.
Exactly.
It's just ground. And that's why this movie is really doing a lot.
I was going to say, for this reason, it was your sexual awakening. You find like, what works. Yeah. It's just the pirate look.
So also, I'm like, that's like, I don't know if I want to fuck them or if I want to be them. Like, that's very much in this movie. I'm like, I want to be dressed like that all the time.
I want to fuck, and then, like, when they're
steal
the clothes
mm-hmm.
afterwards, like, they're, like, going to the bathroom post-sex, and, like, you're just putting on their outfit.
But I know, I mentioned it a few weeks ago, and I'm not under the impression that you've watched this show, but I recently binged Our Flag Means Death, which is the new Taika Waititi pirate show. So if any of my pirate bitches out there with an HBO subscription haven't seen all the TikTok content that I've made me want to watch it, all the girlies talking about Our Flag Means Death. This movie isn't gay but feels gay. Our Flag Means Death is gay. Like, it feels gay and it is gay.
They wrote this, like, in response, or that show in response to this. Like, this is for the girls that are like, this is for the girls that were like, I'm gay now after watching this.
And they're like, we made you another pirate show.
Here you go.
Here you go. And it was, I enjoyed it. It's like it's a fun comedy, pretty short episodes. I think there's just one season. But to fulfill that pirate hole in my heart, it
There's
really
no pirate content these days.
No?
This was the last pirate content that we got up until Our Flag Means Death that I can think of.
They are still making the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, aren't they?
I don't know when the last one came out.
I
probably
think
2017.
They will milk this pirate until I think forever. The mouse does not quit.
Oh yeah.
The mouse does not quit.
Never. But I mean, like, other than this though, like, what other pirate content have you seen?
I mean,
and besides Our Flag Means Death as well.
Yeah.
It's just this.
Like, in mainstream pirate content. Yes. I guess. But I mean, I'll get into it later with my movies.
Okay.
My content for the end. But can we talk about the soundtrack?
I was gonna say, what was it? The last movie I think came out like around 2017, and in 2017 we were sitting in a band class playing this music.
Dun, 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 dun.
And it was, I think you said it, like
the coolest thing you can do as a middle school, elementary, high school, public school band director, the coolest thing you can do is put the sheet music for the Pirates of the Caribbean music in front of those kids. I've never felt more unified with a group of people than when I was playing the Pirates of the Caribbean music in band class.
I was proud to be in that
American.
band.
I've never felt more patriotic about my country than when I'm playing the Pirates of the Caribbean music on the bass clarinet, surrounded by other sweaty teenagers.
I know. I'm over on the timpanis. I don't know how to tune them. I don't know what I'm doing. No idea. But I felt like a god.
I bet the drum parts for those were so fun. Emily
it
played
was.
The drums
it was really
school.
fun.
Emily was really cool. Emily played the drums. I played the clarinet.
The bass clarinet.
Yeah. There's like, I realized like I was just about to say that I was a loser and then I got cool, but I never got cool. But I picked the clarinet because everyone picks the clarinet because that's what Squidward plays, right? And so I picked the clarinet, which is just objectively like the worst and lamest instrument in my opinion, because it's like it's just like a less cool. The saxophone's better.
Yeah, saxophone's a better reed.
Yeah, but
like the flute just sounds like a lot different than like anything else. Like the flute's like the horse girls play the flute.
The horse girls play the flute. But, like, the girls who didn't even make the cut at being horse girls play the clarinet. And so I was in high school, and I was like, this is just not it for me. And so they were like, well, you can have a bigger clarinet. And I was like, I'll take it.
Deal.
I'll take it.
It's like a half step. They were like, the bassoon? No. The bass clarinet, though. I can do that.
I was sitting next to the bassoon player, though. Because the people who play the other, like, you get to sit next to the bari sax and the bassoon.
Yeah.
The people who play
You're in like
those
the miscellaneous section.
are way the people you want to surround yourself with rather than the clarinet section.
You're just trying to make yourself like cooler in the band. You're just trying
upward mobility, upward social mobility within the high school band structure. This is there's a lot to unpack with that.
And listen, you're pretty cool if you're playing this soundtrack, because it absolutely fucks.
I feel like we never did like a John Williams moment in band, because
no,
I don't think we ever got to do that.
I wish.
But I feel like a lot of high school bands, because it's like not hard music to play.
Yeah.
And it's very catchy and everyone knows it.
Like if you've got like one good person in like each section,
you could pull it off.
Yeah, exactly. As long as you have that one star. But if like you got a couple of sections that are lacking, you're like, yeah.
But the Pirates of the Caribbean music.
Doable. Gorgeous.
So good.
Perfect. I don't think I know a better score.
Hans Zimmer put his Hans Zussi into this one. I know it's Hans Zimmer and
It is Hans Zimmer? Yeah.
Klaus. I wrote it down, but I can't read my own handwriting. Badelt, but Badelt.
Sure.
I don't know.
Sure.
Him and Hans Zimmer, they really turned it out on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Icon, legend. And this score kind of carries this movie in moments for me. Because when I'm like, we're 2.5 hours into another pirate fight.
Yeah. I will say, though, I really liked the action in these movies. I'm not, like, a huge action fight person, whatever. Like, obviously, like, first thing that's gonna come to mind is Marvel. I don't give a fuck. I do not care. Could not give less of a shit. But, like, when a fight scene is done, like, really well, I can really enjoy it. And I really love these ones. It definitely reminds me of, at least most recently, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Well, it's practical. It's because
practical,
a lot of this is
and
practical.
It's like fun fights. It's like they're running around like the blacksmith workshop, and there's a donkey involved, and they're on like a teeter-totter and everything like that. Like there's a lot going on, and it's like you said, it's fucking practical.
And the CG in this movie, it was 2003, so it doesn't look good.
Not amazing.
Watching it today, you're like, this has got the second movie. However, that is something
Crazy.
to unpack.
It holds up.
I'm sure we'll get around.
It totally holds up.
But this CG is not great. But when you think about like, oh my god, it's 2003. These skeletons do not look bad for 2003. And I was reading that it is a mix of practical and CG. They used like turkey jerky, like beef jerky, to look like the skin falling off, like the leathery pirate skin on the skeletons,
the bones.
that monkey, honestly, I was impressed.
Monkey was great. He was one of my favorite characters.
The skeleton monkey, I thought they did a pretty good job with that, to be honest. But a lot of it,
he was a scene stealer.
You could tell it was like a big set, though. That it was a big set, and they were doing a lot of practical shit.
They were on a soundstage.
The number of times that a person gets launched into the air by some sort of momentous force happens like 27 times in this movie. Somebody's holding onto some pirate part of the boat, and then somebody else pulls it, and they go, woo! That happens a lot, and I never get tired of it.
No, not once. It looks like fun. I'd do that. I want to go on that ride.
I want to go on the set where they're doing all the
just
shit.
Swing me around a little bit.
Whereas now it's just a green screen room. And they're like, we'll just digitize in two
Can't
people.
Stand it. Can't do it. It's like we actually don't need the actors there at all. It's just we're gonna CG the entire actor.
There's crazy shit nowadays where it's like the actors don't get the script until they arrive on set. Like for Marvel specifically, like they don't tell them anything because they don't want them to know, because them knowing the plot of the movie will somehow
leak,
lessen. It's so
weird.
Who
else does that? Riverdale.
Yeah. Yeah, the morning of, they put a gun to Cole Sprouse's head. And they say, "You better learn your lines because we're rolling in 20."
Same thing.
Yeah, but anyways, it's so weird. Yeah. Like I don't understand that. So they're like, "Yeah, Tom Holland, you're gonna just stand in this green screen room."
Like it's just Tom Holland, really. That's their only threat.
No, I think their threat to leakage, but for everyone, they're like, "You're gonna stand in this green screen room, just read the script really quick and do your lines." And then afterwards, we're not even going to tell you what the film was about. And then we don't know until they see it. That's so weird. These pirates knew what was going on. Yeah. Because they were touching other pirates. Mm-hmm. You need to touch...
They explored each other's bodies.
You need to touch the person. After you have a fight scene, you need to...
tenderly kiss them.
You need to have a hug. You need to hug it out. Mm-hmm. I would like to think that these pirates...
Yeah. At least a smooch on the cheek. Do we want to get into our... Yeah, 45 minutes, yeah. So for regularly scheduled programming, I think the big three. Fuck, marry, kill with the big three. And I think that this will cover the whole film as well. Because in my opinion, I'm not interested in fucking marrying... I mean, I'll maybe kill somebody else, but... The fucking and the marrying, it's staying in the family. It's staying in our in our throuple. Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Yeah. So Jack, Will, and Elizabeth.
It's so hard.
It's tough because I don't want to hang out with Will Turner.
Yeah, he kind of sucks. Yeah. He's so boring.
But he's so hot.
His only personality trait is that he's a simp for Kiera Knightly, which is also my only
I think I know what I'm
personality
gonna
trait.
do.
Okay, do it, because
He seems like a huge virgin.
Okay.
Like he's been saving it for Elizabeth.
Yep.
It's not gonna be good.
No.
Which, like, not to say, like, yeah. I'm not gonna discredit anyone. You can be good. You can be good if you're.
No one's good their first time.
Yeah, no one's good their first time, but like still, but like I don't want that. You know who lays pipe?
Jack Sparrow. He has.
But also, I'm gonna get
diseases. That man is not clean.
Okay, it's either I get like
it might be worth it.
It's either I get mediocre sex, or I get
because you obviously you have to marry Kiera Knightly,
or I get chlamydia.
I would take Jack Sparrow. You can't even wear a condom. They have.
No.
When was the condom invented?
Definitely not.
Not
Not
1740.
for this. No.
Was there any kind of birth control in the?
Hold on.
What is the first? I'm really interested in this now. Actually, when was the condom invented? Because people had to know that was the source of impregnation.
1855.
1850. I mean, that's earlier than I would have guessed. I would have guessed 1990.
Oh no, they use like yeah, it's like the whole like animal skin and like and shit like that.
I have my 21st century knowledge, and there were some pigs hanging around. We could DIY something.
Okay, As good as it would probably be, there's also not antibiotics or anything like that, so I can't get rid of whatever he gives me, and I gotta live with that. So I'll take Will Turner.
Yeah, your pee is gonna burn for the rest of your days.
Exactly. I can't do that.
A permanent UTI
is
the exchange.
Do they have cranberry juice yet? I don't.
No.
I don't know. Yeah, so I'll go for Will Turner. I'll rock his world. He'll last exactly 5.
You're gonna rock Orlando Bloom's world. And then
Orlando Bloom, Will Turner.
Well,
Yeah.
Pull his little ponytail. It could be nice.
And then you marry Kiera Knightly, obviously. She's gonna talk. She's gonna like lull you to bed every night, talking about like pirate lore.
Like, why does this bitch
or like
know so much about pirates?
We'll be like spooning, and she's like whispering like pirate laws in my ear.
some sea shanties. She's gonna sing you a sea shanty to sleep. There's nothing I want to do more than sing sea shanties with the boys. I talked about this on our Lighthouse episode. Mm-hmm. Unified banging and singing a song with not a lot of words but a really great rhyme scheme.
Yeah, there you go.
That's how you rally. If you're like a manager at a workplace and you need to get the team unified, a sea shanty is like, you are gonna be running that KFC like the Navy. If you get those underpaid 17-year-olds singing sea shanties.
Honestly, yeah, you're right.
That's my drag name, sea shanty. Shanty.
I like that.
I'm a pirate.
That's cute. You're just looking for an excuse to dress like a pirate. Yeah.
At all times. I'm gonna fuck Kiera Knightly. I'm going to marry Jack Sparrow because in the same way that I have the desire to be like a mob wife, I want to be a pirate wife. So I'm gonna marry life at sea.
I'll be Kiera Knightley's pirate wife.
She's just not there yet. In this movie, she's not there yet.
That's fair.
And you will also probably get murdered for being gay.
Yeah, but
if you try to marry a woman in 1740,
this is Pride Month. We can't.
That's true. Gay rights. Pirates say gay rights. And I'm gonna kill Will Turner because he's not really doing anything for me other than being really hot.
Super hot.
Yeah, and out of the whole movie, I might just like stick with. I might just stick with that, because, I mean, who else am I gonna kill? I'm gonna kill the dick.
Who else am I gonna fuck?
I'm gonna kill the dick who wants to marry her. I'm gonna kill, like, the war general. Okay. Kill the elites, you know?
Yeah. No, fair. I'm gonna fuck... Oh god, what's her name? The other pirate.
Zoe Saldana.
I'm gonna, fuck her.
You cannot fuck Kiera Knightly. We picked this movie because Kiera Knightley is your sexual awakening.
I'm gonna fuck her. Well, I'm gonna marry her.
Oh, yeah.
We can fuck all the time.
That's true.
Yeah.
I do like the implication in Fuck, Marry, Kill that the person you marry, you get to fuck forever.
Yeah.
Of
course.
Because obviously that's all I'm thinking about.
Yeah, no. It's like she'd also, like, I'd love to make her, like, a nice breakfast. But at the same
Part of the sexual awakening is that you also want to run around on a beach with her and drink rum by the fire. And that's...
Exactly.
It's also... Yeah. The real treasure is the friends we made along the way.
And I'm gonna kill I'm gonna kill her dad.
Yeah, fuck him.
I don't really like him.
Why would you wear a wig like that? I know it's like the custom. When he saves his wig, he's like almost getting stabbed, and he takes the time to make sure he snatches his wig back. That is a man who does not have his priorities straight.
No, not at all.
And then, as far as what you would follow... Oh, wait, eat and drink.
Eat and drink.
So
it's a rum drink.
We watched this movie at noon, so we didn't drink anything.
I thought about it.
We drank cold brew.
Yeah, I was tempted. I was like, I do have half a bottle of rum.
We ate chips. Night. We ate chips and we drank cold brew, and it was nice.
Yeah,
it was a good time.
Yeah.
But definitely rum.
I would
Pirates.
prefer to be a little drunk for this 2.5 hour movie.
Yeah. And it's a perfect excuse to drink. This is a rum movie.
It's a rum movie. It has to be.
And do you have a cocktail?
Yeah. So I found
grog.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Because grog is just watered down alcohol, and so to make good tasting grog, you can use just water down some rum, and then you put a little brown sugar in it and lime juice, and it's sort of like more of a sipping drink. Like
really
instead of just
good.
drinking straight rum, it's like watered down rum with like lime juice and brown sugar, and that's how you can make your own grog. So I think you should make some grog, and I do think you should specifically, this isn't a sponsored podcast, but I will brand drop Mount Gay rum.
Nice.
Mount Gay. Gay is in it. Pirate. Make gay pirate grog.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's Pride Month.
That's my suggestion.
Yeah. Which, by the way, happy Pride Month. I don't think we said that today. But... Hi, queers. Hi, gay.
Hi, gay. Sashay your way into deals at Target.
But grog sounds really good. I like that.
Some grog.
I'm gonna go for the fruity drink, obviously. I think you make a daiquiri. I found what is it? It's like a guava passion fruit daiquiri.
Guava?
Yeah. I know you're a guava stan.
Guava?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. It's like, yeah, guava nectar, Bacardi.
Where can you get guava
more
nectar?
More Bacardi. There's like a ton of Bacardi.
It's really...
Simple syrup and then like sugar, and that's like, yeah.
Henry and I went through a tiki drink phase. I mean, we own a lot of like really fun cups, and it's really fun to drink a fun tiki drink out of a fun tiki cup.
You have to.
Right, and so in my experience, the best like rum drinks have all three types in them. You use the brown, you use the clear, and you use like the 151 or whatever.
Yeah, or it's like coconut rum.
Yeah,
like,
using multiple, like use the brown and the clear and something else. That's how you really get into rum drinks.
Yeah,
a good Mai Tai.
Oh, so good. Yeah, but definitely a daiquiri from me. And I think you eat some seafood. I personally like. We thought about it because I live like 5 minutes away from
a seafood shack.
I don't know. This is like a Massachusetts or probably a New England thing, but like the fried seafood shack. Even though you're like an hour and a half like to the coast.
Ocean. Do they have like fried seafood in like in like Oklahoma?
Probably.
Can somebody
someone let us know
can someone
if you're
from
like
the
in the
middle,
Midwest.
Yeah, can someone from a non-coastal state tell me what your seafood is like, because I'm so curious. Where was I? I was in Texas. I was in Texas pretty recently, and I saw somewhere that was serving lobster rolls, and I'm like, no fucking chance in France am I eating a lobster roll in Texas.
No.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it was fine, but I was like, where did you get that lobster from? Texas.
How long did it take to get here, huh?
The only time I ever...
Not yesterday? I beg to differ.
Ever want to eat a lobster roll is if I can see the ocean. I need to see it.
My feet have to be in the water.
Yeah. That's lobster roll specifically, yeah. And around here, fried seafood, everyone loves that shit.
Yeah.
Get the fisherman's platter that has a little bit.
Yeah,
it has the scallops, it has the clams, the shrimp.
Yeah, The
fisherman's
fries,
platter.
Yeah. Some coleslaw and some tartar sauce on the side. I'm
not a coleslaw bitch, but
I am.
It doesn't need to be wet.
I just like some crunch. Just a little crunch. But yeah, no, I think that's a great idea. Fisherman's platter. You could do some crab cakes.
I was also looking up real historically accurate pirate food, which isn't really great. It's like mostly just like dried meats.
Yeah.
But there were
your own jerky.
There were some really enticing images of like plates that just had like olives and meats and other, I'm sure there's like some fish stuff in there. I don't know, just like, but like a pirate charcuterie board, like pirate, if you got catered, like eat when they have their little pirate feast, it looks good. Have a little pirate feast.
It does look really good. You eat like a
fish that still has the head on it.
Yeah, a chicken leg, like Kiera Knightly, just with like her bare hands.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like it's really big.
Yeah, just absolutely massive. And what are you gonna follow this up with?
So, more pirate content, obviously. Because
Okay,
right now I'm
okay.
I'm in the pirate mood.
Yeah.
And I simply cannot divulge from the pirate mood that this movie sets me
Mm-hmm.
in. So I would say the same year, 2003, what's another really good pirate movie that came out? The live-action Peter Pan. Which was also kind of a sexual awakening, because I thought that young man was something else
I don't think...
when I was a very small child.
You're not talking Hook? Are you talking...
And then my second one was you could watch Hook as well,
So
which is from
good.
1991.
So good.
Yeah, also hot. Dante Basco in that, who voices Prince Zuko, which is...
Your sexual awakening.
But yeah, the 2003 live-action Peter Pan
That's
or
a good
Hook,
one.
both really good. Or you could watch some Our Flag Means Death if you wanted some true gay pirate content.
I like that.
That's what I said.
That's all pretty solid.
What about you?
I'm gonna stick to the I'm gonna jump actor to actor movie. And I'm gonna say you watch for me. This is what I would do. I would watch Atonement because I was re-sexually awoke
By that green dress.
by that green dress in Kiera Knightly. It's also just they also just pulled
Hot.
two hot people.
Hot.
Just two really hot people.
Mm-hmm.
James McAvoy and obviously Kiera Knightly. It was one of those things
Not
that like
child Saoirse Ronan. They knew she
I'd
was gonna be
stab
hot.
her. Oh my god, that tiny little fucking
Bowl cut.
cut. But no, it was like re-remembering. I was like, wait, this is why I'm gay. It's Kiera Knightly. Because I was like when I started like getting into movies again, I was like 17, and I was like, oh my god.
I love
Kiera!
her in Pride and Prejudice with the bangs. That's how I use her. I literally use a picture of her as Elizabeth Bennet as my reference picture when I cut my own bangs.
Yeah, they look solid.
I use her for my bangs, and I use the bassist from Greta Van Fleet for my layers.
Very nice. Yeah. If you want to check out Dara's bangs, we have this podcast on YouTube now. Yeah. You can come watch us.
Should I start?
You can look at this amazing side bang that Dara's doing right now.
Tell me I'm not the receptionist at an orthodontist office right now.
You're me in the 7th grade right now. I had that. Or that's actually what I wanted. But oh my god, you are. But yeah, check us out on YouTube if you want to,
Yeah, it is a more, so for the people watching, listening on a different platform will be, well, we're 56 minutes in, so let's, if you're here, you're here.
Yeah,
know?
You've been here.
If you're here, you're here. But, listening on, you can subscribe to we have Spotify, we're Apple Podcasts, we're up on all the platforms, and I edit out the stupid things we say and the and mouth sounds. So if you want a more pleasant listening experience for like the car or something, go subscribe to us there. And for people listening, go check us out on YouTube so you can see what my bangs look like. Because I do cut them myself, and I would like you to compliment me on them. And I'm not just like a pirate today, and I wish I was.
No,
I do.
We did this pretty impromptu.
I own several billowy white shirts.
Yeah, no, it was like noon. And we were talking, we were like, oh, we'll do this next week. And my mom looked at us.
She's like, why are you not doing it right now? Why are we not already halfway through watching Pirates of the Caribbean? And we were like, you know what, Jean? You're so right.
Jen's our intern for...
Jean's our manager, our time management.
Jean's our momager. I'll have to get her on the podcast sometime.
Yes, our time management consultant.
I was going to say, I can have her come say hi.
Yeah. Come here, Jean. If she doesn't want to be filmed, though.
Yeah, she doesn't have to be.
But...
Hey. You want to say hi to the podcast? We're just talking about you because you're our manager.
Are you
just if you wanted to say hi.
in person, like on video?
We are videotaping it, but you don't have to.
I would, only I look like crap.
You're fine.
Everyone at home, tell Jean how great she looks.
She's just here to say hi.
She's the reason we did this today together and why we're not in little Zoom boxes.
So you can thank her for the content being.
So we're riffing, we're vibing.
We're just vibing. We're doing this old school. I do really miss being able to record in person together. Always I do. She's also the reason that we have a Jack Sparrow pillow.
And then also, she's like, do you want me to get the beach towel as well? And I was like, I don't think we need it, but...
No, but like the entire time we've been recording this, there's a framed photo of Jack Sparrow across the room that's just been staring at us.
He's smoldering.
He's serving cunt. I can't stop saying that.
Serving face, serving looks, serving... The way his smudged eyeliner nobody's hair is ever wet in this movie, which makes no sense because they're fucking pirates. Hi, Max.
Bring my mom and my dog. Yeah, this is the extra content you get if you watch us online.
I will definitely be taking all of this out of the formal episode,
podcast.
So
but
little doggy bonus
is my dog
for the folks at home.
Yeah, for anyone that watched last week.
He wedged himself in here.
He is the star of the show.
Yeah, go watch our Ruby Sparks episode or just scroll to the very end where we are sitting like this on the couch with Max in between us.
Like 4 drinks deep. We're like, I guess that's the end. That's the show. Hi, bud. I'm just gonna have him here just sit on my feet while I record.
I need to drive to Syracuse to see my cats this afternoon.
Oh.
Well, to go home, because that's where I live.
That is where you live.
Not for much longer.
Syracuse has had its fill of the swamp.
Yeah, I've had my fill of
Syracuse.
bumfuck New York. I'm done. I'm done with that wretched
I'm over
state.
It.
No offense to anyone who lives in the greater Utica area.
Hello, come here.
Jean, come say hi. Jean's the reason why we're all here together, gathered here today.
Here.
As I trip over cords.
Hello.
Hi. Jean's our momager. She demanded that we do this, and it was in everyone's best interest.
Yeah, she was right for this. We needed that push today.
Yeah, just because they have a lot going on during the week, and might as well get it done early.
So smart.
Exactly.
When there's time.
This would have been like on a Wednesday afternoon. In the middle of the night. It just wouldn't have been as good.
No, exactly.
No, and
you gotta figure it out.
It's in the 90s outside, so it feels like you're in the Caribbean anyway.
Exactly. So we're gonna have you start making our schedules.
Spreadsheets.
Yeah. We'll get you on the Google Calendar.
Okay.
Yeah. But figured let the people get to know you. Jen's here. You say hi.
Hi.
But, yeah, there you go. Did you watched the movie with us? I know you
most
love
of
this.
the time.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a big
I said
Captain Jack fan.
We've already told them that.
Sat on his face.
Sorry. I'm not mad.
This is your pillow.
Yes, it's my pillow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And there's a picture, and there's a towel.
Yeah. Got it all.
Yeah.
I love the commitment.
Yeah,
it's really fun. Like whenever I'd like work out downstairs, because we'd always have like gym equipment, and I'd like have like that week where I'm like, I'm gonna work out. Jack Sparrow's just staring at me. I was like, oh thanks. Hi.
Yeah. Well.
Hi. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks.
Fine.
Thanks for coming.
Nice to see ya.
But you go, Max.
And then do we have any more questions? Oh, what would you rate this? What would you rate this out of 10? I'm gonna give it a 7.
I'm gonna give it a 6. I think that this was like the franchise itself is solid, but this is
too long.
This is not like a very this movie's not great. And like you said, we could easily cut out an entire hour of it.
I'll say it again. If anyone wants Dara's version, 90-minute films to hire me to do that, I'm very much interested in making every movie 90 minutes.
I think we should. I think you should.
Yeah.
I would fund that. Yeah.
Well, we're too busy funding this.
Exactly.
Also, what a great transition. If you'd like to buy our merch, we don't run ads.
No.
Because the only people who ask us to run ads are not people we want to do ads for. So if you want to support the pod, you can go. Our merch is in the description below. We sell tote bags, stickers, patches. Not patches yet, but we could, maybe. We'll see.
New update. We sell shorts.
Booty shorts.
We sell booty shorts
that
say swamp across the
ass. Because why not? You know?
Someone has to do it.
If anyone actually buys those, I'm gonna lose my mind. So please,
I'm gonna buy them.
if you want some swamp booty shorts,
Whoever wants to match
I think
with
they're
me.
like that kind of like athletic material, like swimsuit adjacent.
Yeah.
Like men's swimsuit or like, you know, adjacent, I think. So they're like kind of like athletic booty shorts that say swamp across the butt. So that's a new addition. So yeah, go check out our merch. It's just like on an Etsy. And then also all of our other content, our TikTok, our Instagram. DM us on any platforms and tell us what your gay sexual awakening
we
film.
We want to hear from you on this one. This is a really important subject.
Yes, and I'm sure we'll like run some polls and stuff.
For sure.
And all that good stuff. But also DM us with just month themes, chocolate or vanilla ideas, just movie suggestions in general. We always really appreciate hearing from all of you.
Yeah.
And likewise, YouTube people, go to other places and other listeners, go check out the YouTube. Yeah. And that's all. Yo ho, and goodbye and good night.